go retarded. Like Mr. Marcus, paint her face like I'm an artist. Talking brain, well, she the smartest. On it, throw a party, let her ride me like a harlot. She make money, moves like Cardi. I'm so wavy, she say gnarly. She gon' bounce it like a chick. Got me buzzing off the neck. First she grease her, then she got me buzzing like a tick. She be starving, I'm smashing like a vet.
What's going on, man? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. I feel like I ain't seen this dude in like forever. Just playing. Man, shout out Danger the Mac. What's going on, brother?
What's up with it?
Hey, give me some love first and foremost. Boom. Wait, hold on. You got to hold it there and transfer the good energy. You feel that?
That's what we doing.
Boom. You feel all that good energy? Introduce yourself.
Danger the Mac, TGOD, Guala Gang official, man. Guala Gang Entertainment.
Man, I appreciate you being here. I just want to make sure they see your face. You know what I'm saying? There we go. They got to see all that beautifulness. You know what I'm saying? All that chocolate.
Is it beauty?
Facts, man. Listen, I appreciate you. You know, I know you've been out here working. You just got off the road. You said for Arkansas?
Yeah, Little Rock.
From Little Rock, man. Yeah. What you was doing out in Little Rock?
I was at a spot called Club 428. It's like the hood. It's the hood spot where, you know.
Okay. You had a performance out there?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good. Good crowd reaction. Came off the stage. I had a couple people bump down and just was like, hey, what's your information? How I get your music? So,
that feel good, don't it?
Yeah, it always does.
When you go to a new city and people really are vibing with you, because you know it's genuine.
And what's crazy is like Little Rock and where I'm from, we kind of clash because, you know, like Arkansas is fighting for their attention right now, and it's still a lot of separation there. So
yeah.
To be greeted like that, it felt good.
Absolutely. Like that's the goal, is to really get people to vibe with your energy because it's genuine.
So
you know what I'm saying? But let's take it back though. Let's people understand your journey. Let's let them inside just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Before you started doing music, did you aspire to do something different?
No, not really. Like I've always had music like in the forefront of my mind, just like me growing up and seeing in my town and like surrounding areas. Like I'm right there by Memphis, so
yeah, like
I seen a lot of the I guess you could say the evolution of Memphis.
Yeah.
So
man, Memphis is crazy right now though.
Yeah, I know.
Oof. That could be a whole nother subject, man. Like all I gotta say is, man, y'all need to start being kind to each other because death is permanent. There's no coming back from that, man. Like I don't know what I could say or do to change people's minds, but figure out another way besides killing people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Mm-hmm. So when did music become that on the forefront of your journey and you decide this is what I want to do?
It got like serious in 2011, 12.
Okay.
But like even as a kid though, I was already writing songs, and you know, just like I came from the era of like karaoke machines and
let me find out you can sing a little bit. Let me find out.
No, not so much that. It's just the karaoke allows you to record back then before you had a 4-track or 8-track or something. So.
Yeah. Nah, that's dope, man. Who inspired you? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be another artist, you know. Was there somebody within the music, you know, just world that inspired you?
I'm gonna say like for the most part, you know, like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, he the GOAT, right?
Yeah, like Lil Wayne that's all we listened to. You know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne, I listen to the Memphis music, a lot of hometown artists, but like for the most part it was like Cash Money, Lil Wayne, Webby, Boosie.
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia, Yo Gotti. Stuff like that.
All the legendary artists, for sure. Most definitely. You know, at what point, though, I know you said probably like, 10, 11 years ago is when you really started doing music. Is that when you really started taking it seriously, or did that come later?
Right. I had moved down here. I was in Marietta for like 4 or 5 years. And I just was seeing like everything that was going on. Like they been doing showcases, they been doing a lot of things, and like this was like '05.
Okay.
'05. They was doing like vlogs on the worst cameras you could get, but
right.
But it was still good footage. It was
still something. Yeah, you had to document it.
So seeing all of that, it's like, okay. And I ended up getting in a little trouble out there. So you know how like Cobb County is kind of it's rough when you talking about getting in trouble.
It definitely is. I'm already knowing.
Yeah, I got out of there and ended up going back to Arkansas, and then I just applied everything that I had learned here to there. But you know, like life just have its twists and turns, and I end up going to prison in 2015. So that kind of slowed me down. I got out in 2020, and you know, fast forward to right here.
Man, so let's talk about that a little bit. You know, obviously nobody wants to have to sit down, right? You know what I'm saying? But
I don't want nobody to have to sit down.
Nah, but it happens to people. It happens to good people because sometimes we're human. We make mistakes, right? So, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you did anything super crazy or off the wall. You fumbled a little bit, made a mistake. You learn from it. What would you say, having to sit down for a little minute, what good lesson did you take from that? Because you got to find the good in everything.
What prison does for a lot of people, like when you head first on this like street life, this you know what they call thugging.
Yeah.
When you go in there and when you sit down for 4, 5, 10 years, however many years, for one, you learn patience, and then 2, you learn like that's when you realize like we all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can go to the store in prison, but I can only spend a certain amount, and the guy next to me can only spend that certain amount too.
Right.
I could probably put some money on somebody else's books to spend something to, you know, make me feel like I'm the big dude in here. But like you really come to recognize like everybody's the same.
No, for real. And that it probably being in prison is probably similar, and I'll elaborate on what I mean, similar to being in the military, because you meet and connect with a lot of different cultures, right? So it gives you a more respect on how other people do stuff, because certain people are raised a certain way. It's not necessarily that they're a bad person or whatever. It's just culturally, that's how they're raised. We might think it's some weird stuff or whatever, but being around other people like that kind of opens your mind and your eyes a little bit to how other people live their lifestyle, right?
Yeah, you learn respect in there too.
Yeah, absolutely.
You definitely learn respect in there, because when you get out, like people will say, you institutionalized, but like it teaches you a different respect. Like, you know, just walking in front of somebody and just watching TV, in there you can't do that.
Right. They're gonna probably hit you in the head like, I'm watching this. What you doing?
Yeah, they make a fuss about that. Sitting in somebody's chair just
you move differently now.
So
you know what I'm saying? And listen, there's nothing wrong with that, because you don't want to make the moves you did before that put you in that position.
Right.
You know, so now you're probably more mindful of everything you do before you do it.
Every day.
You know, you got to learn to be proactive rather than reactive.
Right. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
Because it's so easy to react the wrong way.
Exactly. And that ends you up in a situation that you might not be able to get out of.
Right.
Man, so, you know, with that being said, you've been out for, what, about 2 years now?
Yeah.
You hit the ground running? Talk to us.
I think flying.
How long were you in prison?
Right at 5 years.
Like okay.
4 years, 7 months.
So you missed 5.5 years of your life, really. You can't get that back.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you know, coming out, what are some of the things that you're doing now to kind of make up for that lost time?
This is a crazy thing, because it's like a gift and a curse, but like I'm not waiting on nobody. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I just put on my IG, I was saying how I feel like I'm chasing something that only I could see. You know what
It's
I mean?
gonna be like that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and then it's crazy because like I know when it break and it gets beneficial on my end, then there's gonna be that you know everybody playing their love card like, oh yeah, man.
Of course, all that gonna come. All that gonna come. I already know.
So it's weird because I be like a lot of times like I want the big team and the big entourage, but then I know like sometimes that's gonna stifle my growth. You know what I mean?
What my thought on that is this, right? The longer you do this, the smaller your team is going to get. Not because you don't want people around you. It's because your mindset is going to be this. Think about this. So if you have, 2, 3 homies that are always around you, support you, and you know they're good, you're safe, you start adding more and more people. Every time you add a new person in your circle, you're adding more risk. Yeah. Because if you go out to a show and that 8th person that you added in decides to act up and pull out a gun and shoot somebody, how is that? That's going to impact you.
Right.
So it's like you want to be mindful of the people you have around you. And I think that comes with maturity and growth, because when we're young, we want a bunch of people around us.
So
the older you get, you're like, you know what? I don't need all those extra people because I don't know where their mindset is at.
They're liabilities a lot of times.
It's a liability. It's either they're an asset or a liability.
Right.
And you got to figure out which ones are which and then eliminate the liabilities, because if they do something crazy at one of your shows, you're going to be held responsible for it.
They don't say Danger's entourage. They didn't say Kodak Black's entourage.
Exactly.
They said Kodak Black.
Fugiano, you know what I'm saying? Like, it happens to guys like that. They didn't pull the trigger, but they got caught up in a situation because the knuckleheads around them. So, I think it's good that, you're limiting the amount of people that's around you, because like you just don't want to end up in a messed up situation again. What have you been working on since you've been out?
Okay, since I've been out, like I done dropped several singles. I dropped a single with a cat from Arkansas. He's kind of big in the area. Chris Eccles. It's called No Kids. He's a R&B singer. I've got my album, or we can call it my tape, the God Deluxe, and both of those are really 2 different projects, but I just call it the God Deluxe because I dropped the deluxe like probably 2 months after I dropped the original. Did
it have like a couple more songs on it?
It had some songs remixed on it.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
It's been quite a journey. Like I've been doing a lot. Like I'm the artist. Like I don't feel like I'm too big for anything, so I'll do showcases. I'll just pop up, I'll pop up at places that I'm not even performing it, just to like hand out flyers. Like I got the 5x7 flyer of my album.
People respect that because they be like, "Dude, this dude's working. He on his grind. He's showing love."
I did it in Memphis. I think the spot's called Brinson's. I was with Quinn Rainer in the Dope Academy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I put my flyers out, and the next day, there's a popular videographer named Zach Hurth in Memphis, and he was shooting a homeboy of mine's video.
Okay.
And they went to the lot that was right there by Brinson, and they seen a lot of my car. But I know how that goes. Like, they come to the car, they drunk. What is this? They throw it down.
Of course.
But when my homeboys came, they were like, they put it on their Snapchat, like, yeah, I see you out here working.
That's what you gotta do. Because someone's gonna
plant the seed.
Of course. I've been to gas station where I'll see an artist and they put their sticker on the gas pump.
Yeah.
You gotta think about places where people are gonna see it. Everybody has to sit there for at least 2-3 minutes pumping their gas, right? So they ain't got no choice but to see that sticker and it had a QR code on it. So guess what? While my gas was pumping, I scanned it. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta just think of ideas of getting it out there, and that method is not dead.
No, it's not. It's not. it's kind of
people are too lazy. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's alienated because of the
social media.
Social media, right?
That's exactly this ain't to throw no shade because I'm an OG, y'all. So, but these young artists, they don't know nothing about that because they were brought up in an area where social media already existed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm so glad that I was in an era pre-social media. You know what I'm saying? We used to have to get out after the clubs and put flyers on cars, and that's how we promoted because Instagram didn't exist.
And see, that's what's weird to me because like people will get their flyers done and then they'll post it to social media, and then like you'll be speaking on the event, and then there'll be people that'll be like, what is it like? You know what I'm saying? Like I never got to see it. But when you put those posters or you put those 5x7s in the gas station or you know at a store that's frequent like the City Gears, the Village Marts, the whatever, you know, clothes stores or whatever. People still see that. Like,
of course they do.
Yeah.
They definitely do. So I definitely think it's very much relevant to do stuff like that. So, and even like with CDs, not everybody even has a CD player.
I got CDs.
But like, you know, someone gave me one recently and I got it up on my shelf because to me it's almost like a collectible now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
you might not see too many of them.
Right. Because think about like when albums was a thing. Like, you know how much some of them albums are worth now? Like they're worth thousands of dollars if you have the original album of like going back, you know, and if it's still wrapped up and stuff, man, you get a lot of money for that, you know? So, what do you got going on right now? You did a show last night?
Yeah, I did a show last night. I got one coming up again in Little Rock at the Pharaoh Hookah Lounge.
Okay.
There's this thing in Arkansas called the Hood Nick. It's
kind of like Freaknik.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that.
That's dope.
They do a lot of hometown artists performing and car shows and a lot of little things like that. But that's March the 19th, and I'll be there. Mr. Two Official from QC is coming to Little Rock.
Oh, okay, dope.
So
he definitely be out here making moves.
Yeah, I'll be out there for that. It's a lot going on right now. It's just lining everything up.
So let's get deep for a second because this is something that stays on my mind because we gotta always think about our next move, right? If we do the same thing over and over and over and over again, and you're not seeing results, they call that insanity, right? You know what I'm saying? You do the same thing over and over again. So with that being said, you got to always think of new things to do. You got to be innovative. You got to be creative. So we have people that we aspire to be like, we want to level up, right? So what's keeping you motivated through that? And I'll elaborate a little bit. Like, man, I've been doing this for like 12 years now, and sometimes I feel like I should be on a bigger platform, but it's God's timing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll happen when it's supposed to. What keeps me motivated is my love and my passion. I genuinely love what I do. Right. Even if I get no bigger, I'm going to still keep doing it because I love it. I live and breathe this. What is it for you?
I think I'm at the point where, like, I really understand life, you know what I'm saying? And I take into account that, like I said, I just sat down for 4.5, you know what I'm saying, close to 5 years. Yeah. So that took me off the scene. Yeah. So basically I gotta revamp myself when I touch down. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. It's like starting over again.
Yeah, it's a whole college term that I missed. It's a whole high school term that I missed as far as my local fan base goes. And then too, like I'm really pushing to grow my fan base. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I feel like I feel like right now, in a sense, my area is I kind of conquered that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like step by step. I'm growing into the Memphis area. I've grabbed like Southeast Missouri. I have Northeast Arkansas. I have parts of Central Arkansas. I have parts of Northwest Arkansas. So now it's like Dallas, Houston, Atlanta. You know what I'm
for
saying?
real.
Like I feel like I gotta conquer those spots.
And that's exciting too, right?
Yeah.
That to me, that like gives me an adrenaline. Like, man, I can't wait to hit these other spots.
So,
man, that's what you got to do. And I think the formula that you have is definitely the best one. You got to get out and keep doing these events.
Got to.
Some of these artists feel like they're too big for that or too good for that. I'm like, honestly, like when I moved to Atlanta back in 2013, the first thing I started doing besides radio was showcases.
Right.
And I was doing them every week. I was coordinating them, putting them together. I had a great team around me that was helping me. But honestly, that's what helped put my name on the map out here, because I met so many great people from doing showcases.
Right.
You know, being out there in the building, networking, shaking hands and kissing babies, as they say.
Yeah, for sure.
It's no different for an artist.
You roll your sleeves up.
Yeah, you got to, man. You got to get dirty sometimes. And like, man, like, there were times where I had to step out by myself. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was new here and I knew a few people, but you can't expect everyone to come with you all the time. But I was like, you know what? That's cool. Right. I'm going to still go. I'm going to meet a few people and be out, you know? Along your journey, man, who would you say has really like been there in your corner? I mean, has it been a family member? Has it been a friend? Like, who is that person for you?
Well, see, I got so many that I could name, and then I don't wanna miss nobody. But for real, like my uncle was like an inspiration for me, because my uncle he had his own, which he still has his own label. Okay. And like
he in the same area as you?
Actually, he's out in Cobb County now. Oh, okay. He stays out in Cobb County. But like he kind of gave me a blueprint as far as like throwing my own shows, doing my own thing, because he used to do it like it was nothing. Like bring 3-6 Mafia to the skating rink. Oh,
that's hard.
Play a fly to the Ritz Civic Center, and it, you know, he had it mapped out. He had a plan. So my
which
uncle,
is so important, y'all.
For sure, you gotta have a plan.
Facts.
My uncle, my producer, engineer, 360, dude, like I go to other studios. I go to other studios and pay for studio time. Right. But I have him in my corner to, if I need something done, like, okay, like when the Yo Gotti challenge came out.
Facts, yep.
Like, and even though, like, I had already kind of knew the plot behind it.
Of course, it's a marketing tactic. I ain't mad at him.
It works for the artist, too.
Of course it does.
You know what I'm saying?
It helps you as an artist.
For sure. Like, I think I gained maybe like 200 followers.
Exactly. You know utilize it for what it's worth.
So
I did too. I'm gonna tell you real quick, not to interrupt you. I'm not an artist, but you know what I did. I'm so slick. I searched the hashtag and I clicked on it. Every artist that did a video, a challenge, I went and liked their video. Do you know, in one night, like within an hour, I got like 40 new followers because all them artists followed me. I was like, shoot, I'm going to take advantage. For sure. But it's the same thing as an artist. You're going to gain a lot of attention off that. Even if, like you said, you already know they may have already picked who it's going to be. It is, utilize it for what it's worth.
So 360. Then I got my other guys like Kid, Big Bub, my partner Kane Snipe. He's out here. He's actually in this area somewhere.
Oh, okay.
And he frequents the strip club. He like a strip not even a big one. He's like the hole in the wall strip club guy. So that's about it. Like, I mean, you know, I still got other people that
but those are the ones that's really held you down.
For sure.
Man, and that's deep. I like to talk about that stuff because those are the people that you want to keep close to you.
Yeah. You gotta have that. Like, you gotta have those ones like, I don't got a question.
Absolutely. And even if you don't speak to them every day, when you do speak,
it's always love.
It's always, they understand you're busy. It's the ones who, if you haven't spoke to them in a month, oh, you must be too good for me. Oh, you too busy for me. Yeah. Stop with that mess. Yeah. Like, bro, we got our own life. I can't talk to you every day. That's just impossible.
So I know like I look at all the problems that I had throughout the day, all the problems that I had throughout the month.
Period.
Like, so I know whoever else has got just as much.
Exactly.
If not more.
Right. Facts. They might have a family or their job stressing them out or they just don't feel like talking today, you know?
It be like this sometimes.
Nah, trust me. I have days like that too where I'm just like, dang, I don't want to talk to nobody. But you got to find the energy and pick yourself up and keep it moving.
Yeah. Especially for the business.
Nah, for this business requires you to be a people person. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell artists, when you go to those events, before you touch that stage, you better work the entire room. Go around and introduce yourself to people. That way, when you do get on stage, they're going to be like, oh, bro came over and introduced himself. He was cool. Let me watch his performance. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to actually pay attention, and they're going to remember you because they met you before you touch that stage.
So,
you know what I'm saying? So just little...
So that's good. That's a good way of going about it.
Yeah, you think about it, and then it makes you a little more comfortable too.
Right.
Especially if you hit a city you've never been and you don't really know nobody there. Man, work the room. Go in. Hey, man, I'm Danger the Mac. Man, I'm out here from where. Nice to meet you. I'm performing tonight. I hope you enjoy my performance and keep it moving.
Right.
Short and sweet.
Right.
But when you get on the stage, you'll be like, oh yeah, that was bruh, man. He was cool. You know what I'm saying? Easy tactic and it works. You know what I'm saying?
Does, so.
What can we expect this year from you? We still early on.
Videos, a lot of videos, performance. I'm a May baby. So like,
are you a Taurus or a Gemini?
I'm a Taurus.
Yes. I don't know if you can see it because all the lights. You see my logo over there.
I see that.
I'm a Taurus too.
I've been checking it. I've been trying to figure out was that the bull.
It is. It's an upside down bull with my name in it. I'm a Taurus all day.
So
okay, so you said you're a May. I'm sorry, I just got excited about that. You a May
It's
baby.
always good to meet a Taurus. But like I said, I'm a May baby, so I'm more prone to the heat. So like I really haven't been doing the videos.
You ready to get outside?
I'm an outside guy, and I know
I am too.
If I'm outside too long and it's cold, I'm gonna be ready to go in.
Man.
So my video might not be as good as it could be, but the summer's coming up, so and even before the summer, the spring, I'm gonna start in the spring with the videos. I got a good guy out of Missouri. He's locked in with Wicked Films. From Memphis.
Dope.
He's just he really started like a year and a half ago.
And he just on fire with it.
He's dope. You know he's dope if he's working for Wicked. So
some people just have it. They have that
it factor.
They have that it factor. It's their gift. You know what I'm saying?
So
that's dope. So you're gonna be shooting a lot more visuals.
Yeah, visuals. The showcase thing, like I'm so bent on the showcase because I'm so bent on that because I feel like everywhere I go, I can make an impression.
Absolutely correct.
Just like I said about coming off the stage and then somebody coming and asking me for my info, asking me where they can get my music. I know when a person does that, they genuinely rock with the music.
Exactly. Right, because they took time. They don't know you from nothing.
Right.
And they took the time to come and say, hey, bro, you fire. Where can I get you? You know, it's very genuine. You can't make that stuff up.
Yeah, so that I got a lot of ideas on some other stuff like this podcast thing that I'm trying to do, kind of trying to be like Mystic.
Hey, listen, please, by all means, if you decide to do it, let me know. I would love to help with that. I've been doing this for 12 years before it was called podcasting.
Right.
Please let me know because there's so many ins and outs and loops that I could put you on game with.
Bet.
So coming soon.
So that interviews. I'm trying to get my music on a couple more stations. I'm out in Little Rock on 96.5 with DJ Kane. I'm working on getting it in Fayetteville, Arkansas with Kiss 105, something. But yeah, that's pretty much the
just campaigning.
The lingo.
Yeah, you campaigning, and that's what you got to do, man. You just can't let up.
So
No matter what.
Never let up.
No matter what is thrown your way, comes your way. Like sometimes we have obstacles, but we just got to figure out a way to push through them.
Right.
You know, you did that. You had to sit down for a few years. If you can push through that, you can push through anything.
Yeah. That's like, that's the go-to when it gets hard.
You remember what you've been through.
Yeah, like I survived this. I know I can survive.
That's motivation right there. You know, it sucked that you had to go do that.
Yeah.
But you brought some positive with you out of that as well.
It definitely helped me. Because I'm being a Taurus. One of our main attributes is the stubbornness. You know what I'm saying? So,
they ain't lying when they say a Taurus are stubborn. They ain't lying.
Yeah, we want things our way, and that situation just showed me like everything don't go your way.
It does not. It really doesn't, and we get frustrated. And one of my attributes is, and I think it might be a good one, is when I want something, I make it happen like now. Yeah. I don't procrastinate, you know, like if I want to get something done, some people be like, I'll do it next week or I'll do it next month, and then it never gets done. Right. When I genuinely want to do something, man, I don't waste no time. Like I start it on immediately.
Yeah, I kind of hate that about myself though. Because like I had got to a point where like I would want some music out so bad.
I know where you're going with that.
I wouldn't even get it a good mix. It'll miss the master. Basic mix is out.
Right. I know, because definitely that's a Taurus trait for sure. Yeah. But at the same time, as an artist, you got to think about, dang, let me just pipe down a little bit.
I know it.
Let me get that little good mix on there, because once it's out there, it's out there.
It's out there. And I had a guy, DJ Young Styles. Shout out to DJ Young Styles. He's from, I want to say Dermont or Camden, Arkansas, somewhere down there. But he's actually like a real deal producer, videographer. He's worked with so many people. Bankroll Freddie, Kevin Gates, Soulja Boy, if I'm not mistaken. He's did a lot of producing, and he listened to one of my songs. I don't know what song, but he was like, yeah, man, I cut it off before I even really. He like, he gotta get a better mix. He like, I ain't saying he not a good artist or
right
or whatever, but he gotta get a better mix, and that's key.
But that's you need to hear that type of stuff. You need people that are gonna keep it honest with you. For
sure, because a lot of people won't tell you that, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I've had my homeboys tell me that a lot. Like, man, you too much in a rush. Like,
you gotta pipe down a little bit. Trust me, because sometimes it come back to bite us in the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it works out, but other times, but that's good though that you can take that type of criticism though.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because as anybody in life, I remember I used to take stuff very personal, not necessarily about myself, but about people I care about. Like, for example, I used to manage an artist, and some people loved his music and other people didn't really care for his music, just the way his delivery was. And I used to get offended by that, but I was like, you know what? I can't expect everybody to like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, not everybody's going to resonate with what we do, but it just comes with maturity.
I hope like, if it's any artist that's watching this, I hope that they take the thing of criticism and try to understand it.
Right. Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Don't take it because someone says they don't like your song that they're hating on you. They just don't like your song.
That's the first thing they say.
Oh, you hate. Oh, he hating.
That's the go-to thing to say. He hating on me. But like,
most of the time that's not the case. They just don't resonate with your music, and that's okay.
Right. Yeah. I've seen a lot. Like, I've been seeing the like on a more local level, a lot of bloggers are producing these rap lists.
Yeah.
They're saying who's hot in Alabama. Who's hot in
I've seen a lot of those. You're right.
And if you can see the reaction of the artist that
didn't make the list, right?
Sometimes it's crazy.
Right. And honestly, to be all the way G, that's why, because I do a lot of blogging and stuff. That's why I haven't done something like that, because I don't want that type of like flack from the people who think, oh, well, she hating. No, like you can't put everybody on the list.
Right.
You might make the next one.
Right. I said that to an Arkansas blog. I said, man, you could put every person in Arkansas, even the people that don't rap, and somebody's gonna get on there and say, oh man, you ain't say.
Yeah.
No.
You can't please everybody.
You cannot.
Nah, that's facts, man. Anything else you got coming up?
I got a new record that I'm working on right now. It's called Live. It's kind of got the Memphis Duke Deuce type feel to it.
Dope.
Yeah. So I can't wait to drop that one. I think I'm gonna go rock star with the video.
You should do something completely out the box.
Oh yeah. I'm not even that type of guy that's 30, 40 people in my video and they got
for real.
Like that ain't my style.
Nah, you should do something that really focuses on you and do something different. Have fun with it because it's gonna stand out.
So
like you see a lot of videos and they all look the same, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm not hating on y'all by any means, but it's like, okay, we've seen a million videos with this or a million. Figure out something to do different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
plots. Plot schemes, remake movies, remake old videos.
Nah, for real. Where people actually were creative in their mind.
Remake videos that were out before you even born type stuff. And
you can do that on a small budget too. Yeah. You don't have to go and rent that $1 million mansion and rent a $100,000 car because that's not within our reach. Yeah. I can't afford $1 million mansion, so why would I floss like I got one?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm keeping it all the way G. I want to get there, but I'm not there. So you can just using your creative mind. There's a lot of stuff that you can do on a small budget and still make it fire.
So
facts, man. Tell everybody one thing about you that they don't know.
One thing about me that they don't know.
That you don't mind sharing.
Okay. Back to what I was saying, like about what I learned while I was in Georgia. Like when I first got back to Arkansas, I did the docuseries blogging type thing.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do know that, but they only would know that if they're from my area.
Right, so, I got you. So the masses don't know that about you.
Yeah, and
you should get back to it.
Yeah, I am. And if you go and look at it,
is it on YouTube?
It's bad.
I can't wait to go see it.
It's big clothes and man.
But that's a part of your journey.
Yeah, for sure.
I love that you just said that because guess what? People gonna go check it out now.
Yeah, it's called Outer Space Balling though. We just put a name on it, but it was like a everyday thing from being in the studio. And at the time, we had just like a little rinky-dink studio, computer, some monitors, microphone. But like, it's really like a everyday documentary of the things that we were doing. So,
yeah.
And that's actually like 2010, 9. So
you need that kind of stuff because if you look at some of the greats, one of my favorite documentaries to watch is The Art of Organized Noise, right? Okay. The whole start of the Dungeon Family, right. Rico Wade and, of course, Outkast and Goody Mob. They've got a lot of footage from when they started in Rico Wade's basement, which they called the Dungeon, until now they're some of the most known artists in the world, right? That's why it's so important to document your journey because when you make it to that level, now you can come back and put a collective together of footage from then to now. People would love watching that kind of stuff. It inspires them.
Look at where we came from.
Right, because they only see the big stuff. They don't know what happened 10, 20 years ago, 30, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to be able to share that with the world. So that's good that you got that documentation because some people don't.
Right. What the females be saying, the glow up is real.
The glow up.
It definitely was real.
We all go through that, you know. And it's funny because during that time, you be thinking you the best you.
Big blue blogger type shades on. Yeah, these Versace.
Right.
Like,
and then you look at it 10 years later,
the
like,
worst one.
What was I thinking? Trust me, we all have that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's what makes us love the process and the journey, because like the glow up, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Man, I appreciate you coming back through.
Man, I appreciate you having me.
Of course. Couple things we got to do before we get up out of here. Of course, I know that earlier on you may have gave out your social media, and if not, tell everybody where they can follow you at.
Okay, I got one that's not routine, and that's Danger the Mac, TGOD, and that's for Instagram and Snapchat. The rest of it is Danger the Mac, and that's on all platforms and Facebook.
Okay.
And YouTube. All
right. So make sure you guys follow the movement. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the hardest things to do as an artist or someone like myself is get people to support you. Sure. It don't take nothing but 2 seconds of your time to go hit that follow button and like a few photos.
Subscribe. I need those subscribers on YouTube so I can monetize.
Nah, for real. Like, honestly, I'm going to tell you this afterwards. Don't let me forget, because my mind be everywhere. Like, I'm switching up my format slightly because of that reason, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. Next thing we got to do, I know you paid homage to some of your homies that's really been there supporting you. Was there anybody else that you want to shout out to?
I'm going to shout out to Arkansas as a whole. I'm going to shout out to Spider-Verse in NWA, Northwest Arkansas. Dude's been helping me a lot with getting my name out in Northwest Arkansas. Shout out A-Team DJs, the Real Underground Radio in Little Rock. Man, it's a lot. I don't even want to start getting on specifics, because then, like I said, somebody will say I forgot them.
Hey, charge it to the game and not to his heart. That's one of the hardest things to do, is remember shout outs, because we always forget somebody. Yeah. Always.
Get in the car like, damn. I'm supposed to say
yeah. Facts, man. Last but not least, we are on the industry's most wanted podcast. We gotta know why. What makes you the industry's most wanted?
For one, like it comes a time like where you might slow down and you might think like, I'm not doing enough. But at the end of the day, coming from where I'm from, I'm probably one of the hardest working art. And I hate to say that, because I don't want to be the one that says, oh, dude, work hard. But like, if you ask about me with anybody, Spade TV, the Underground Radio, they will tell you, like, when dude campaigns, he campaigns. And I never really stopped campaigning. Just sometimes I don't broadcast it as much, but like a lot of times I got so much footage like just in my phone where I could upload for days.
Yeah, you got to. You got to keep that content.
For sure.
Man, so that's what makes him the industry's most wanted, because he stays consistent. You stay working, and I see it too, because look at all these shows and stuff you're doing, and they're not just local. Like, you getting on the road running to get to them shows.
Moving around for sure.
Big facts, man. What's the current song that you're pushing? I know I have one of your records here that we listened to before. It's called Bust That.
Yeah, Bust That. The main record that I'm really pushing is I'm That Nigga. And like, when I say like compared to Bust That, this is my all around song, because I get the feedback from the females, and I get the feedback from the males. With Bust That, it's more so the females, and the females kind of overtake, because like they listen to it over and over and over and over. But I'm That, it's like it's right behind it. So, and
they're available on all the digital platforms.
Yeah, on everything.
Dope. Well, I got to Bust That record, so we're gonna close it out with listening to a little bit of that. Is that cool?
Let's listen to
anything else you got before we get up out of here?
Be on the lookout for that single live. It's coming soon, probably mid-March or 1st of April.
Man, make sure y'all stay in tune. Make sure you follow the movement. Like he said, go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Sure.
Give some thumbs up.
Follow me on Instagram. I need those follows.
Nah, for real. Because Instagram slick hating. Like, I don't know if you have noticed, but
yeah,
man, our engagement has been way down because they're suppressing how many people can actually see our stuff.
Yes.
Because they're forcing us to pay for sponsored ads and stuff.
I've noticed it. And what's crazy, like, my page is rejecting the sponsored ads.
Man, like, yeah, it's like they really hating on us. You know what I'm saying? So the ads that you're trying to sponsor, do they have any profanity or anything in them?
No, it's so weird because the recommended ad.
Oh, you can't promote reels for sure.
Yeah.
So that's one thing, because sometimes they'll recommend you to promote something, but mine does that too. But you cannot promote reels.
So if you post it as a regular post,
then you can sponsor it.
Okay.
Yeah, the reels. The reason why you can't sponsor those is because they have a campaign going right now that you get paid off of your reels.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you sponsor it, then they're going to have to pay you more money because you're going to get more views.
Right.
So that's why they don't let you sponsor it. So yeah, just try sponsoring regular videos, and that's going to work. So what we do sometimes, we post it twice. We'll post it as a reel to get because you get more views from your reels typically.
Yeah.
But then we'll post it as a regular video as well and sponsor that. Because, with your reel.
Are you doing it on Instagram?
On Instagram, yeah.
Okay. Because I know, like, on Facebook, the reel and the actual post is like two totally different things, but in Instagram it's kind of like it's both sitting right there together.
Right. Well, what you can do though is because on your reels you can actually still have your reel up, but you can remove it from your profile grid, so it doesn't show on your main profile.
Right.
So it's still, people can still see it, but if they go to your page, they don't see it. If that makes sense.
They would have to go to the actual reel
section. Exactly. That's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but we about to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all checking in. It's your girl, TampaMystic, man. Let's listen to a little bit of this record. Bust that.
Get it.
Let's go.
No, I go retarded. Like Mr. Marcus, paint her face like I'm an artist. Talking brain, well, she the smartest. On it, throw a party. Let her ride me like a harlot. She make money moves like Cardi. I'm so wavy, she say gnarly. She gon' bounce it like a chick. Got me buzzing off the neck. First she grease, then she see. She got me buzzing like a tick. She be starving, I'ma smash it like a vet. While the game be the gang, and we crash it like a wreck.